I like to always say, don't wait, initiate. Like, don't wait for someone to come up to you. Don't wait for someone to invite you to something. If you want to meet someone, you take the prerogative and be proactive and you do it.
Welcome to You're Allowed to Hate Your Husband, a modern day love story. I am Remi Stern. I'm a relationship coach, and we are going to talk all things relationships, from being single to dating to being engaged, married. Who you marry is the most important decision you will ever make.
If you're looking for a wife, which is a beautiful thing to do, the best thing to do is to choose wisely.
If you're thinking, what am I doing wrong? Everybody else has it right. Then you are in the right place, because trust me, nobody knows what they're doing. I'm so excited. Please hop right in, listen to this episode, listen to this series, and we are so excited that you are joining us here. Welcome back to You're Allowed to Hate Your Husband. In today's episode, we are joined by Liv Schreiber, who is just this amazing ball of light and happiness and positivity and just the best person. So we're so happy to have her here today. It was such a fun episode. She talks about how to be your most confident self and open up to possibilities in the world and walk in a room and just exude confidence and light and happiness. And again, it was just the best, most fun episode to record. So I think you guys are really going to love it. And at the end, we are surprised by a little guest of the name Juliette Rose, our daughter. So hop in. It is so much fun. Listen to get all of these beautiful insights and enjoy.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored. You guys are already awesome. And thank you for having me in your house. I'm Liv Schreiber. I own Hot and Social, which is an events company. Everyone comes solo and they leave as friends, kids in their 20s to late 30s in the city. And I started a camp. So we also do Camp Social this summer, August 23rd to the 25th. I have 350 women flying, driving, busing out to the Poconos, where we put on a sleepaway camp for women who just want to like reconnect to themselves and have a good time.
Super cool.
Very, very
It's just women, or men are invited as well?
Hot and Social, guys and girls, and Camp Social, just girls.
Just girls. How cool. Okay, so the question is, like, how did you start this? How did you come up with this idea? Because it's so cute. I always miss summer camp. His family actually just sold their house in the Hamptons after 70 years of having it, probably over. Mm-hmm. And it was literally a camp. Like, this house, it was bunks, and there was different, so each family has his grandpa's, like.
It was amazing. It was
camp.
Magical. It was, my grandfather was an only child, so his main desire in life and wish was to have a big family. So he had several kids, and everybody, thank God, had a lot of kids of their own. And I think me and like 10 plus cousins, my brothers, we would have basketball games, tennis. We liked baseball. So my grandpa there's a lot of acres there. He put some baseball
diamonds,
bases, and we had a full baseball field. I mean, this was awesome. We'd have lunch, dinner together, barbecues, everything was set, sports. Our friends would join, and they would have the weekend of their life.
It was called Camp Jerome.
So
like, they literally called it Camp Jerome.
I love that.
And I had a few years, thank God, to be able to experience this. And there's something about camp, and like, when you're young, you're put into these almost containers to meet people and do activities and learn things and grow. And I even think all the way up into like college, you're still in these classrooms and sororities if you're in a sorority. But like, there's something so nice about having containers like that to meet people, to connect and like form deeper connections about cool things and do activities. Like, it's so cool. So how did you think about this?
I think you just start things if they're authentic to you, that it's kind of like an accident. They're genuinely just problems that we're looking to solve for ourselves most of the time. Like, for this podcast, this is probably something you wish you had before you guys met. So
100%.
You know,
I think it's genius because, for example, I was out to dinner with a couple buddies of mine last night, childhood friends, and it was so nice to be together. And that's what, as an adult, once a month we get together, once every 2 months. It's pathetic. Right. When we were kids, we were 14 years old, and we were together. Saturday nights was like 20 guys to a table. when we were 15 years old at sleepaway camp, would be with like 200 kids every single day,
Yep.
all day long.
Yep.
Now it's like you have to jump through hoops to get 5 close friends together for a meal.
How's Wednesday at 6:25?
Right, it
like,
works. It's wild.
God. No,
my friends,
if you,
it's crazy.
Now that we're all adults, we can all travel back to being kids again by coming to your camps.
Yeah, like coming together.
I love it.
So what was the first sign of starting to do this for you? Like it happened, same with me. It happens by accident, organically, and it's the best thing in the entire world. But what was that first sign of creating this? What was that issue you were solving maybe for yourself as a younger you?
You know, it was called Hot and Single at first because my twin brother was single. And I was like, you know what? I have all these hot, cool girls that I DM with every day on Instagram. Like, they all, number one, should meet each other to be friends. But number two, what if my brother can meet all of them? So I threw a party. I don't even drink. And it just was like, I'm going to see who wants to come. The only rule is everyone has to show up solo. Because when you show up solo, you're all, number one, on your best behavior. Number two, you're all in the same boat. And number three, like you just have good energy because you represent yourself. You're not looking after your friend, you know. So I threw a party and it was a huge hit, and threw another and another and another. And now we've done like 30 plus events with big brand sponsors, and we have Hot and Shabbat the next few months. So
that's
you guys
Shabbat
can come
shalom.
by.
The Jews.
And by the way, you don't have to be Jewish. You don't have to be just girls,
that.
just guys. Like
Yeah.
it's for everyone.
Everyone. That is so cool. So what was the first event?
It was at a bar, the Garrett East, and I was like, it was a year and a half ago.
What I like about
Wow.
this is that I grew up in Manhattan, so I have an enormous amount of friends. And I have a million buddies, acquaintances, party friends, childhood friends, family. I'm very lucky. Most people that move here after college are not that lucky. They don't have family. They don't have childhood friends. They don't have college buddies, high school buddies. They've got no one. They meet 2 people. They become their partners in crime, their wingmen or whatnot. And you kind of like stick with them, and you don't have that many options. This camp allows people to come meet amazing people and be like, wow, okay, I was hanging out with some nice people, but like, this is my crew now.
Yeah, it's
This
very
is my
cool.
family. These are my friends. And you can like really meet people to share your life with and to share the city with.
Thank
Remi.
you.
And what made the switch? Because, you know, I work with a lot of single women, and I also work with women dating. And actually something that almost everybody I think says is finding friends. Like I actually tell anyone I work with to go friend dating. Like I find it so important. If you're single, I
Very
think
important.
it's better to friend date than
Who you
to date
surround
boys.
with,
Yeah.
who you hang
Because
out
that's
with.
who they connect you with. The
Yeah.
next person. It's like networking for friends. And there's nothing in place when you get older to do that. So I think people feel very lost. So what was the transition for being just for single people into not just single people?
Well, I got a boyfriend and I still wanted to go to my own parties.
Shoot.
So
Smart.
I just changed it to Hot and Social. Also because like married people still want to make friends, engaged people who are single, broken up with, like it's about friendship. And I also had, to Jonathan's point, like I'm from New Jersey. I was with the same college and high school friends that I love them, but like I wanted to meet new people. I was so tired of the same circles. And then I noticed how lucky we are to be here and actually have roots here. And I thought, oh my God, how hard must it be to move here? So that served that purpose. But, you know, I just think it's so important to
Yeah.
have community. And-
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm not from here, so I don't have my roots here. And I was
Right.
single in New York City, and I moved. My family was at the time was in LA, and it was weird. It was hard. I was lonely, and it really did. And I had my friends who were like family, and I think having friends like family is probably part of this. It's like that community, that family. But for him, he doesn't really, because every single Friday night he was back at his parents' house with his 4 brothers, the 4 of them, and the whole family. And he had that community, and then he had his greater friendship community. So I would get done with work, and I wasn't happy during the day at work. I was very unhappy. And I'd get home to my little apartment in my little room with my friends who I love more than anything. But I didn't have that like that sense of a huge family hug to return back to. Yeah.
Support.
And so it felt like me doing life on my own. And it's a huge part of my journey of kind of not hitting rock bottom, but at the time it felt like it. When I was in the middle of New York City by myself, single, wanting to find someone, I was like, somebody help me. What happened? I met my life coach. Long story short, met him. But to have, again, that container for the people who don't have that community is fantastic. So let's go back to little Liv, maybe who like this younger Liv in New York City before she had this. What was it like for you, let's say single, dating in New York City, friendships, stuff like that? Like, what did that look like for you?
So confusing. I think everyone like walks around like a chicken with their head cut off, like posting on Instagram, like best night ever. So everyone's looking at everyone else's fake manipulative posts and feeling like they're behind and they're stuck and they suck when everyone's feeling the same thing. So that's exactly how I was feeling.
Yes, it's confusing. And you don't have anyone that's like guiding the light. Whereas, when you go to camp in these places, like when you're young, there's the framework for it. It's like, okay,
Correct.
Even in school, like now you've got algebra.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've got this. Like all of a sudden I find the transition from college into real life to be the most fascinating. Do you find that that's typically the age group of people who come to your events, or it's all groups?
I'm very bubbly in real life and also on social media. So people tend to think that people who come are younger, like in their younger 20s, but our main demographic is actually older than me. So I'd say like 28, 29 to 38, 39. We, of course, have our young 20s kids, but the age range isn't really what makes the group one aesthetic. It's the mindset. Because when I was 22, 23, I was very mature mentally. I'd be hanging out with kids older than me. So I never like to share the exact age range of everyone who comes because like girls who are 24 make friends with girls who are 38 at camp. So I don't like to really put a bracket on it.
I love that. I mean,
I like that too.
Age has no limits. So what's it? Age doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. No,
it's just a number. The number doesn't matter.
It is. My dad says thinking about age and talking about age just kills you. And he's 61. We just skied in the French Alps last week. Like he's the coolest. You'd think he's 29 if you didn't see his obviously like some wrinkles, but
so cool. So age doesn't matter. It's almost this place for you to be able to take off your mask. Because if you're not going with a friend or someone you know, your mask that and we all walk with masks. We've got our work mask, we've got our mom mask, our wife mask, our friend mask. But all of a sudden you get to take off your mask and you get to just be who you are. So for people walking into a room like that, do you have advice for them of like, just in general, that there's that nerves to doing something alone. And I always push my clients and anyone I work with and love and know to go do things outside of your comfort zone, which typically means alone. So like, what's your advice to people showing up to a room like that?
Well, first of all, I love you tell them to do that. That's so cool.
They're coming to Hot and Social.
Let's go.
They're coming to Hot and Social. I love it.
Perfect. And the second thing is, first of all, you have to acknowledge that you're human and like it's normal to be nervous. If you weren't nervous, I'd think you're psychotic. So let's just start there. The second thing is I like to start by giving people signals that I'm open to talking to them, like no matter where I am. So at Hot and Social, you walk in and like make sure you're smiling and look at someone in the eyes. Put your phone in your back pocket. I mean, these are things our parents would literally laugh at us for saying, but it's true. And I like to always say, don't wait, initiate. Like, don't wait for someone to come up to you. Don't wait for someone to invite you to something. If you want to meet someone, you take the prerogative and be proactive and you do it. So I always say, like, I would go up to you and be like, oh my God, I love your jeans. Where did you get them? And that's how we start. It's genuine. It's real.
I love that. What type of activities occurred during this summer camp?
Well, we have camp in the summer and then we have Hot and Social year round.
Okay.
And for Hot and Social, we have a sold out pickleball league.
Cute.
So
we need to try
girls,
pickleball. I've never tried it.
I don't like.
Look at his.
No, yes, you do.
Like,
you said you liked it. You took that back.
You are not serious people.
No. By the way, no. Jonathan, you said
pickleball is for like adults, for babies.
Have you seen the commercials?
No.
Oh my God, it's the cutest commercials. These babies like playing pickleball, and it's like pickleball's for adults, but we're baby adults. Like it's just because it's like a joke that like pickleball is like the easiest tennis ever. But Jonathan, you took it back. I've never done it, but you said you were sore for a week after you did pickleball.
Yeah, I liked it, but we also love paddle, and then
I
we
love
bought
paddle.
rackets and bags and outfits, and we didn't go once again.
Well, they need New York City. You need more paddle tennis courts
Yeah,
immediately.
if there was one
Um,
closer to us, we'd play.
Wait,
You don't have to come. We have other types of events.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm
you're not in.
gonna
What are you
win
doing?
this paddle
You're not
tournament.
allowed.
I'm gonna win
We
the
don't want
pickleball
you.
tournament. I'm gonna win it all.
we want to come
But we
to
get into
pickle.
fights on the paddle.
Well, you're
court.
very annoying on
We
the
get
paddle
into
court. No,
fights.
but you're very
okay.
annoying because
It's
Jonathan thinks that-
dangerous being partners with your wife on the paddle court.
Jonathan was horrible. We were in this paddle tournament, this whole paddle tournament. with
You
all
got
these
me out of
couples.
my game.
No, he was so annoying. He was terrible to say. And usually
You weren't
I'm
even
bad.
keeping score on your serve, and the guy was cheating. The French guy over there was like cheating about the score, and I was like, "Honey, you better stand your ground. Announce
He
the
was
score.
cheating.
I can't
We-
focus on
we were-
everything here."
We were already in last place because Jonathan was so bad that we were in last place.
We were in we
But I'm the type
We're
who
playing
like,
with Floridians. They play every day. We're showing up there in
yeah,
New
they do
York.
play every day.
We got crushed.
It was my third time playing. But I'm literally like, I'm not competitive at all. I'm just like here to have a good time. So I'm like, we get last place, like farthest. I'm skipping out. I was like, that was so much fun.
I'm like
Jonathan
crying.
still cries this day. He still cries about the fact that we were last place. So he is very competitive. So do you want him in your pickle?
Yes, we have
I'm
a
in.
lot of great. Both of you guys can find new pickleball partners at Hot and Social.
I'm not
No, I'm attached to the torture and the pain.
No. I usually win when I'm not on his team.
Okay, so you got pickleball, which sounds awesome. What else you got?
We have pickleball. We have our free coffee the first Friday of every month. We do it at Bluestone Lane. Usually we have 600 RSVPs. We're going to make it unlimited now because most people don't wake up in the morning. It's from 7 to 9 a.m.
Why don't you charge
That's all right.
$5?
That's late for us.
People will still come.
I want to have one event that's completely free.
And coffee's like
People pay to be a member?
No, they pay per event because we have pickleball, we have coffee, we have parties at night, we have a free group chat for like 3,300, 3,500, whatever the number is at now.
Bravo.
People, we have 20,000 email subscribers, but like the point is we don't want to tie you down. You come when you want to come. And most of the time it's sold out.
So what's your biggest event?
Our biggest event usually are 400-person parties.
Wow, that's a big event.
I
at
want to
night.
come to this party.
Jonathan's
fun.
in. So now
They're
your
really
age
fun.
range just went up to 42.
We've started.
You got music at these parties?
Of course, do we have music?
Jonathan,
What? Am I nuts?
This is why I asked him to be on the podcast to ask people if they have music at their
Is
parties.
there a DJs or live music?
No.
It's just like everybody,
They're just quiet.
no noise from outside. Everybody has to talk to each other.
Absolutely.
Is this yoga
That sounds
going
like
on
a
in the corner?
terrible
I don't know.
event.
He's asking you if you have a good event or a bad event, more or
No,
less.
I
So
Do
didn't.
tell
you
us.
think I throw bad? Do you think
By the
my
way, for all the
vibe-
listeners out there that are not watching, Liv is very cool. She's rock and roll style. The jewelry's unbelievable. She should be in the jewelry business as well.
That's unbelievable.
I don't
Thanks,
doubt
Jonathan.
your talent.
Okay, so you have
I'm just-
amazing events.
I'm just getting excited.
No, I like that you're checking if there's music. I love to dance, and I appreciate that.
And no
And maybe
alcohol.
people are
Is it
curious.
techno? Or are
No,
we
there's
talking
alcohol.
hip
No,
hop?
but you don't drink.
I don't drink, but no one knows that. People think I'm drunk regardless. Like that's so not even a topic.
Do you
Love it,
fake
love it.
drink or do you
No,
just not?
I'm so busy hosting an event. I'm usually drinking like water.
I know somebody that didn't feel like drinking at a party, but wasn't in the mood to explain to
Yeah,
everybody that
'cause
they didn't
it's-
drink. So they'd buy a drink and then just not drink it for
100%.
for like the time, and they would just waste money. And
No,
I
you
talked
buy
to, I talked to my wife about that.
Wait, but you can just.
Oh, me? No, he's talking about me. No. We've to go back and forth about drinking every single day, whether we're going to stop or we're not. But we do drink here and there. And I drink one drink. And then my second drink,
She has a sip.
typically don't
leaves it.
finish it.
Okay.
So I order the drink and I just hold it.
So I say, if you're not going to drink a drink,
I don't-
Why
it's
you
not-
order the
I'm not
drink?
thinking
It's 20
about it.
bucks.
Wait,
It's-
but
it's
why
not
are
really
you
the
not
money thing.
just
It's just the
getting
principle.
water
I
with
could.
lemon
I could.
and it looks
By
like
the
a
way,
vodka soda?
That sounds great.
I did the whole thing when I was
She
pregnant.
likes the fake
I also
drink.
didn't. It's not that it's fake drinking.
Put
it's
the
not
money
that. It's
down,
not
get a
that.
fake drink, and
I
then walk
personally
away.
love a little buzz from out. I love
Yeah.
the first drink. First drinks are my favorite thing in the whole wide world. I had one at 5 p.m. last night with my. It was great. Love a first
When
drink.
did you have a drink at 5 p.m.?
With your family?
Oh,
I went to
nice.
Casa Cruz. And then I was done, and it was the best night ever. And I just had a buzz. The second drink is tasty, but I don't need it. So yes,
She
it's
takes
a
a
silly
lick
thing.
of the second
It's-
drink. and the $20 that goes on the credit card, and then
So
she just walks
my
away.
question is this, back to you. Why are you getting a second drink if you know you're getting a second drink?
I always drink what I
Jonathan.
But why don't you not order and then just have...
have hers?
Yeah, you're right.
Because she orders weird drinks.
That's not true. I get on the
Gin and
rocks.
tonic with a
I do
a
get you.
splash of
Anyways, okay,
grape juice.
back to one question. Okay.
You guys are funny.
Oh my God, he's crazy. So people walking into your events, you've got so many different type of events. Super cool. Love it. Let's say one that's less formatted, right? Because like if you're going into a pickle, you choose a partner, you guys have to chat at pickleball.
No. It's rotated. It's like a fun party. So it's not like
Fun
like
pickle.
we have pickleball like where people go and play on the weekends and like it's like they're going to meet people and they're playing. And then we have pickleball party. Like we have other themed parties.
So cute.
So it's very chill. Like you want to hang and eat hot dogs on the side. Great. You want to step in. Great. Like
So it's more party stuff. What's another
Yeah, party pickle.
fun theme that you got or fun like things?
oh my God,
for it?
we've done like 100-person yoga in Hall de Lumières, like the giant bank. It's like an old bank.
Cool.
It was super cool.
Where's this bank?
In Tribeca. It was great.
Are most of your events downtown?
Within
Probably.
20 minutes of me.
Probably. Uptown, we're
Yeah.
no, we're boring. Don't come
Uptown
up here.
is, but I'm
I mean,
not
you could.
opposed.
Come, we'll talk
And
about
then
it.
we've camped in the Pocono, so like we'll go anywhere.
Okay, wait. So I again speak with a lot of women about this, but I do think there's an amount of body language that matters. You know, and actually Tony Robbins talks about this a lot, which I respect. Like there's when you're sitting like this, let's say on a date or meeting friends, and you're like heart's closed and you're like this and your face is kind of like closed off, like it shows not open to, you know, coming in and talking. And Jonathan and I always say, like, go and just put a smile on, like just be awkward and be like, smile. And then in my opinion, for women specifically, like your heart matters a lot. So open up your heart, you know, stand tall, and that welcomes people in. Like, do you find that there's one way to like have that high, I mean, you have very high, happy energy. Like, what is it to like get that high, happy energy that welcomes people in? You can feel confident when you walk into these events alone.
It's actually so funny you say that because I realized I forgot to tell you guys about an event we do, Hot and Girl Dinner. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's 50 women, intimate, luxury space. We have a private chef once a month, and we have Hot and Girl Dinner once a month, and all these 50 women come and we sit and we have dinner together. And I'm always on the lookout for any girl that has her arms crossed or fidgeting with her hair. Like body language to me is so important. And the best events are when I'm in the corner and like no one wants to talk to me because they're so excited to talk to each other. But to warm up your body language, I think you got to hype yourself up like your own best friend. Like you got to put on some good music. You got to like jump around in the mirror, maybe like, you know, move your body in the cab, tell yourself you got this, and you got to walk in with excitement and then just trust the process.
I love it. I love it. Jonathan doesn't know this, but I meditate in the mornings before he's awake. And every single morning, I do the strong stance, arms up like this, like welcoming and everything and like glowing like this. And I'm like, if Jonathan walks out, I'm sitting here like this for like 30 minutes, he's going to crack
Don't
up.
worry, I'm not walking out.
I know he's sleeping. He's passed out. I go, Juliette, say that you want Dad and go wake him up. And she'll be like, Dad. I'm like, see, she wanted you.
Oh, that's mean.
No, I don't do that. Of course not.
Okay.
Of course she wants you, obviously.
Yeah,
Now I'm just jealous.
we're attached.
They're best friends. Okay, so the advice is, because you always say like,
I agree with the advice. I think it's super wise. How do you help if you see somebody with crossed arms or fidgety? You just like go and cheer them up or be cool with them?
I don't let
And
them
then
know
naturally-
that I totally know what's going on in their head.
mm-hmm.
I never let someone know that I know they're uncomfortable if they are. I always just go over and make it feel very nonchalant, like how you would go over to someone you both seem like you're big empaths. Like if you see someone who's down
you're very
at a
into this.
pregame, you know immediately. When I walk into a room, I know immediately who's hurting. And I think it's just like a sense of intuition that you strengthen like
That's really nice.
a muscle.
So you just chat and cheer them up.
Yeah, and just a chill way, like a low key hype woman. Like, hey, you look amazing. Like, where'd you get this or that? You know.
And you don't force phones to go away.
No, but they go away.
Okay, good. I love that.
Because people are paying to be there. So everyone's intentions are in the right place
Mm-hmm.
already.
Mm-hmm.
I already know they're 99% of the time. I already know it's a cool, awesome, good energy guy or girl just because they're coming.
It's very cool. And there's no like requirements to go to these events. Like that you don't have to apply to a membership. You just get to show up.
You get to show up, but the tickets sell out in like under a minute for everything. So
Wow,
it's
bravo. That's
hard
so
for
exciting.
people to get in.
I love that. So, question, and it's a little bit off topic.
Yeah.
You have this amazing, great boyfriend, and I feel like he fits into the story somewhere here. So, can you just tell us how you guys met, where he came in, how he came in?
I like how people say, like, Liv, you have this amazing, great boyfriend. Like, I don't show him on the internet. Like, how do you know I have an amazing, great boyfriend?
Because you're a great girl, an amazing, great girl. You got an amazing, great boyfriend, right?
I think that's cute. I think that's really nice. He is an amazing, great boyfriend. We met in the elevator. He doesn't fit into the hot and social story at all. The thing I actually love about our relationship, and I'll tell you how we met, but the thing I love is he's a lawyer. He's really quiet, not really quiet, but compared to me, sometimes quiet, and we're complete opposites. And I never thought I would be with someone who wasn't like a crazy social entrepreneur butterfly. And it's really taught me a lot in the past few years.
How cool. What has it taught you?
Oh my God, it has taught me to think before I speak.
Uh-huh.
It's taught me to pay attention to contracts and what's in writing. Because I've been running my own company since I was 22, I have had to learn business etiquette really just by messing up and through different clients and different contracts and opportunities. So I feel calm for the first time in my life. Like I feel like I don't have to be the loudest in the room, and that people actually respect someone who saves some of their breath. And
how cool.
When you partner and embrace someone who has different strengths as you can really improve a lot of skills that are hiding.
Yeah, and there's a cool, you guys are Jewish.
Yes,
right?
yes.
There's this cool like quote I saw on TikTok the other day that was like, in the Jewish religion, like we're seen as, there's something called oneness. And oneness actually isn't when you and a partner are half and half. Oneness is when it's kind of like squiggly marks, like your art. Like oneness is squiggly. And it's when two people who are opposites come together in their own squiggly ways that makes you one.
So cute. I love that. It's
sure.
Actually, so
my wife has made me a better man.
Oh, yes, I have. You're welcome.
Maui.
Maui's coming out. Yeah, he's made me better too, actually, much better. Anything that you guys ever hear me say is straight from Jonathan. He's brilliant. But it's actually from Wedding Crashers. They say in like the speech, it's like the soul's counterpart to itself. But that's how I always thought about it, is like the other side and like the squiggly side of the soul. And we're very different. We're very similar, but we're very different. And it actually, I something that you've posted in the past that like is probably the one thing that's stuck with me. I love, and we talk about this a lot, is that who you end up with. Obviously, you're dating, and I'm excited to hear kind of how that started again. But we'll get back to that. Sorry. But who you end up with is a really important decision. I think your post talks about how many meals you eat with that person, how many nights you go to sleep with them, or something along the lines of that. Like, it's a really important decision. So to intentionally choose a partner is everything. It's the person you spend everything with, everything. So when you were looking for a partner, like, what were you looking for? What would you tell people to look for? Is it that soul's counterpart in self? Like, what are people looking for?
I wasn't looking.
Oh, you weren't? Neither was I at the time, actually. So tell us how you guys met, and then.
So I had broken up with my long-term boyfriend of like ex-boyfriend of like 4 years, who I thought I was going to marry the night before I met him. And my old camp director told me to write a list of all the qualities in my dream person. And like, I couldn't even think straight. But I did. I wrote this list, and it wasn't just like tall, dark, handsome, Jewish. It was like, you know, I had a few things like speak Spanish, high, like intellectual conversation, makes me laugh, makes me feel safe. Can build a fire. Don't know why I put that.
In New York City, a guy who builds a fire.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted like
Does a lighter count?
Yeah, lighter counts.
Zippo. Zippo's cool, right?
I just wanted like a man, but then I fell asleep and I went to take my garbage out the next day and I walk into the elevator in my new building in the West Village and I look up and I'm like, oh shit, this is the guy. This is the guy. And I said, hi, because I say hi to everyone. And the elevator doors open. I took out my garbage. And like the next day, the doorman said there was a note from my building, but he lost it and he was freaking out. And I was like, dude, chill. Like, it's fine. Don't worry. Just moved in. He's like, no. I need this note. A week goes by and he gives me a note that he recovered and it said Kyle with his number on it. And I'm like, oh, this is the note. He's like, yes, you met. He left this for you. But
Very cool.
But I met so many guys in that week in the elevator who were dads.
So you're like, oh,
dads.
You're like, oh, is that one?
Yes.
She thought maybe a dad left a note.
Oh.
She was like, is it this guy or any of the dads?
I tell people, I'm like, I didn't want to be a mistress. That's the first thing that popped into my head.
Did you and Kyle live in the same building when you moved in?
He's my neighbor. He lived a floor below me.
Oh, okay.
But I thought he was like, I don't know, he could have been visiting from another country. I have no...
But it was like the interaction was super quick.
So fast.
So you didn't think anything of it.
Didn't think, I was like, oh my God, Mom. I called her after and I was like, I met a hot guy in the elevator. This is going to be so fun.
And then you text him.
I did not. I was so heartbroken still over
Okay.
my
And you
boyfriend
broke up.
I had just broken up with.
You broke up with your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Is there reasons why it just wasn't the right fit?
I wasn't moving to LA
Oh.
and he wasn't moving here.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he's
That would do
great.
it.
Nothing bad to say
Yeah.
about him.
That would
That's a
do-
tough
That's
breakup.
logistics.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
choosing who you're marrying.
Yeah. I have my grandparents here who I love so much. I
So
just
cute.
couldn't.
Love that.
Yeah.
So you didn't text him because you're heartbroken. What happened next?
I saw him like a month and a half later outside of 10 Downing Street. I don't live there anymore, so I could tell you. And I know you're very spiritual, so I will have you know, I wasn't supposed to live in that building. I walk in with a broker who tried to show me a 2-bedroom, which I did not need. A studio happened to be on the market that day. I asked the broker, what unit is this? And he goes, it's for you. I go, okay, I understand you're trying to sell me the unit, but like, what unit is it? And he goes, it's for you. And it was apartment
For you.
Wait, that is wild.
Mhm.
That was a really fun one.
That was cool.
Okay, so the apartment was for you
So,
at 10 Downing or wherever it was.
It was at 10 Downing.
And
Shout
you
out.
saw him.
I saw him. I give him a head nod, like trying to be cool, you know. What's up outside the building?
And did he come to you?
No.
Even after you didn't text him from the note?
He thought I totally blew him off. He
Sure.
was like so
Well,
embarrassed.
you kind of did.
Of course.
So I like give him a head nod. I sprint up to my kitchen. I open the drawer. I see the note and I text him like, so you were the one that left me the purple post-it note.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yeah.
Cute. Okay, and then first
Nice.
date.
First date was at Little Branch, the little speakeasy. It's like downstairs.
Okay, very cute. And
Turns
did
out
you
he took so many girls there. So
always.
I
They
was a
have one-
creature of habit as well. I
Yeah,
took
what the heck?
49 dates a month to where was Bond Street,
Bond Street.
Oh, that's a
Scarpetta,
good-
Provocateur. It was just the same.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is again. Thursday
They
night.
would sit
Friday
him
night,
and
Saturday
they'd
night.
literally see a new girl every time.
The doorman loves me.
All of a
The
sudden,
doormen were
because
in love with
he
me.
would have a new girl, and then all of a sudden, like one girl starts coming, and they're like, "This guy's boring."
You go to where you're comfortable.
right?
I mean,
Yeah,
I guess the guys
And if you get to
do.
date
Yes.
2, then
It's
you
easier
get
for
to the
them.
next
Oh
level.
my
And there's
God.
there's a date 2 spot.
There's a
I
lot
And a
of
date 3.
absurd.
So,
It's crazy.
did you know when you first met him, like, there's something different here?
No, I mean, I thought he was really hot, but
Oh, so he's a hot lawyer.
he's a hot lawyer. So I
He is handsome.
started.
Is he like in like suits? Like he's hot? Like he could be
Wait,
in that show?
He's handsome. He's
He
handsome.
is
He's tall.
handsome.
He's handsome.
But what I need to tell you is I didn't think this would be, I thought I was getting back with my ex-boyfriend. Like I did not think this was, was like, oh, this is just a hookup. Like, haha, this is funny. So I started posting TikToks, which like no girl should start posting content of a guy she's just starting to date.
Oh, you started
Okay, makes
posting
sense.
content of him?
Mhm.
And
do you mean of him?
ex-boyfriend caught your TikTok?
ex-boyfriend saw everything happen. But like, I started to be like,
What did
oh,
he
like
think of
this
it?
is my hot neighbor. Like he's asking me out, and I would show videos of him, and I would like we would go to a Devils or Rangers game, and it'd be like, haha, like look who I'm next to. It's my hot neighbor, or like I'm throwing a party tonight
Because you
with my
didn't
hot
think
neigh-
you were going to date him.
Never.
No
He's
way.
amazing and kind and perfect and not a player. So of course I didn't think I'd ever date him.
Way too nice and normal.
Way too
not fuckboy.
way too upfront, clear with communication. How could I ever date someone like that?
And he
Lawyers
was-
are typically upfront.
Yes, yes.
Upfront, like they're like, okay, so when are you free next? I hope you had a great day. I'm like, what the heck?
What? What?
What is wrong with you?
That's funny.
So when did it switch over to like this is actually something serious?
It took me some time.
And he was always in.
Yeah, he was always
Okay, and it took you time to get there.
Sorry, I sound like a bitch saying that, but he really was always, he's always been solid. He's just, if there's one word to describe him, and I tell him this all the time, it's just like he's solid.
So
He
cute.
knows what he wants, and he's just like, meanwhile, I'm like that art. I'm like,
What about that one? What about that one? You like this apartment?
Business ideas. My parents are
Welcome.
entrepreneurs, like crazy shit happening all the time. Don't stop. I'm like,
Yes,
this
I
guy is so solid. What?
Do you think it's because of law school? Like these guys go to law school and they like have to study 23 and a half hours a day
I think it's
and
just,
read 7,000
Yeah.
pages a week where it's like they can't play games.
What did you do?
Me?
Yeah.
This,
What
just
do
like-
I do or what
Yeah.
did I
What
learn?
did you or do you do?
I'm in real estate.
Okay, you're in
but
real estate.
I studied sports management and communication.
Did you
Oh,
really?
wow.
I didn't even know that.
Sick. That's
Right.
cool.
So
And
like I didn't read the book.
commercial real estate,
I
residential.
paid somebody to probably do half my homework.
Please.
I have my real estate license.
Oh, yeah.
Really? He
Yeah.
But we do
Ownership.
multifamily.
Okay, cool.
But we do
So,
everything.
You get it. It's like you're a little ATD. You have this you got to take care of, and you have this, and you
Sure.
have this, right? And you follow up with this person, tell this person to F off, whatever.
Reading a lease is the longest
Right.
activity of my day.
Right. And you're
I
like,
get 8-page lease. I'm like, oh my God, I got to get to the end of this thing.
It's terrible.
I got to read page 3 again. What the hell did it say?
Miss something, your assistant corrects it, whatever.
Yeah.
So like we get it. We're on the same page. I don't know. I think it's a character thing. I think you're born a certain way, and then, you find your career that fits your personality. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
All of us
yeah.
have got it. So going back to you choosing a person that you're gonna spend a lot of meals with,
Yeah.
with. What is it about him that like you're choosing or you chose when you saw him that's like, I like this, these are the values I care about, these are the personality traits I
Yeah.
care about, all of that.
Can I take a guess at your answer?
Yes.
Okay, so I think that after a really fun, nice, beautiful, loving relationship that just didn't work out because of logistics and whatnot, you found a reliable man. Yes, he was tall, handsome, and interested, but there was a consistency there. There was trust. And as an adult, which you were already mature in your young 20s, you found that to be very attractive. It spoke to you. Am I right or wrong?
Can you be my therapist?
That's
Oh,
why.
I'm good.
This is why I forced Jonathan to this. I'm like, you're really good at this.
I'm having a lot of fun with you.
From now on, I'm going to answer her questions. She's
This
going to
was
answer mine.
this was really worth
The
the
checkup.
drive up here.
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
I'm having a
Seriously.
lot of fun. You really cracked me up.
Well, by the way, this is why I married this guy, because I sat down on the first date. I wasn't interested to show up at the date because whatever.
Because what?
Because your Instagram is you. It's very
My Instagram was a resume of what you will be getting into.
It wasn't my style. My Instagram is like not put together, all posh. Like he's very Jonathan. But
I need to see it.
yeah. You'll see. And it's different
Okay.
now. Now it's our daughter. You got to go back to single Jonathan.
Oh, okay.
So that amongst it was a time in my life, whatever. And I sat down on the first date and I was crying of laughter. I was having so much fun. And I left. I was like, give me more of that. That was so much fun. So for me, like life as like a vibrant, happy, joyful life was like so important. And here we are. And thank God I wake up in the morning, he's dancing like this first thing in the
Aw.
morning. Like he's a fun guy. He's
I
a fun
dance
guy.
stretch.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, now we have a stretch party every morning.
Yeah, I stretch with my daughter every morning.
She
She
goes,
loves it.
she's so cute. She goes down, she goes, Dada, ooh, like this, like does a whole stretch thing. It's really cute. You'll see her soon. So, with your boyfriend, the values of this. Was Jonathan right? Is there anything you want to add there?
Yeah, I mean, I think I speak to a lot of girls when I say, like, sometimes you don't know.
Yeah.
You think you want one thing and something else comes across your path. And I think I get along with a lot of people, though. Like, I am not sure I believe in just having one soulmate. I think sometimes it's what you need or I don't know, what you're hoping to become that is most attractive. Like, you needed that joy in your life. Maybe if you were a crazy party girl or like crazy wild and you guys had met, maybe it wouldn't have worked out. So like,
it's maybe like what you need more of, that the other side, the soul's counter, like what you need to kind of balance out the greater whole that you guys create together.
Right.
And I know that you moved in
Yes.
together. And how's that going?
It's been so fun because he lets me decorate and like.
Oh, that's opposite. I'm like, you go do the decorating.
Really?
And yeah. He does the whole thing and it works. I mean, hello.
Okay.
She brings her art, and I'm like, let's put that at my mom's house.
My art done.
I have all her art at my parents' house. My mom goes, oh, it's another of Remi's pieces. I go, yeah, you take it.
She also has your ugly pieces too.
That's true.
It's good though. It's fun.
But you're decorating. You like that. Okay, fun.
I let him, like, he does have a voice and like.
So what does your home look like? Are we talking color, black and white?
We have a very similar couch to this. It took 8 months. It finally just got here. So happy about it.
8 months?
It took us to remember how long?
Z Gallery. No one ordered from them. And then, you know, I never bash anyone.
Z,
don't order from them.
Really?
They're going out of business and they didn't tell us.
Oh, don't order that.
And they
from
still
them.
advertise like they're in business.
No.
They're not.
Do you not remember we had this little like green couch here for so long because this one took so long to get here?
Yeah.
Not 8 months though.
No, I think
it was 5 months.
No, I think it was close to
Crazy.
8. So it's a light, happy home.
It's a light, happy. I like that you asked that. That's so cute. I've never been asked to describe it before. It's all windows.
Wow, lucky.
So I like to see everyone's outfits in the morning because I get to look out and then I know what I want to wear. And sky. And I wanted it to be very like wood, Buddha, grounded, earthy feeling. So it just feels like a calm place you could just go into and
love it.
And then my wardrobe is
love good views in a Manhattan apartment. My last apartment.
Our last apartment was incredible.
Had breathtaking,
Hours.
jaw-dropping views
Really?
of southern NYC.
Oh my God.
This is a cute view, but like I miss the good view.
Our last one
Really?
was it was we were on the 40th floor.
Sky.
It was like insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one's
So let's go back to Buddha. Are you close with Buddha? You have an intimate connection with Buddha? Well, no, she's got Buddha in her apartment. Buddha and what?
No, we got like trees.
It's like Zen. It's Zen. She's using the word for like Zen.
I never met the guy. So, I don't know.
So anything that like surprised you moving in with a boyfriend?
No, literally, I have a twin brother. Like,
Oh.
I know boys.
That might help.
Yeah. So I'm also like pretty chill about stuff until it comes to nighttime. Like, if we're going to bed, I want everything to look great for the morning when we wake up.
That's so cute.
So like, I'll let it fly until like 11 o'clock when I'm going to bed, and like then I like to clean up and make sure.
That's cute. I kind of like that idea.
Does he work very long hours?
Yeah, but so do I.
So who's messing up the apartment during the day that
Me.
you're talking about? Oh, so you're talking about yourself. Okay, very
I
nice.
get like 10 packages a day. The guy wants to kill me.
So does he. Jonathan's
Yeah.
a
I love
big
packages.
package guy.
Love
He's a
it.
big.
Love
I
it.
get depressed if I don't have like a good package roll coming over the next
But
few
you
days.
know what you need to do for your delivery people, like any Uber Eats, Postmates? Always give them like one of the, like, you know how we have those weird cans of like the sparkling water?
Sure,
and,
I know
like,
that one.
We get all those
LaCroix or something?
LaCroix and Recess.
LaCroix.
Like,
Oh
you know,
my
those
You give them
beverage-
drinks?
Yeah.
You give them candy?
I
Like
give
it's Halloween
everyone-
every day in your house?
Do you want to
Every
know?
day.
Do you want to know what happened?
It's very nice.
Our old water guy.
It feels good.
Our
That's
old
very nice.
our old water delivery guy. I always left cookies for him.
Aw.
But then he got in a car crash and broke his hand, so he can't do it anymore. Now we have a new water guy who's not very nice, so I don't leave him cookies
Yeah, but
anymore.
maybe you have to just break him.
I know I should
Maybe
leave
our
more
water
cookies.
guy's
He doesn't
watching
tell me
your
what
podcast
he doesn't
now.
tell me what day he comes, so I can't leave him cookies. My other water guy said, "On my way." I said,
It could be the
"Cookies
company's
are coming
fault, not the
out."
delivery
Yeah,
guy.
leave
No.
him a note.
I think it's very nice to offer handyman, anybody that comes into your home, of
Yeah.
course, be classy and
Yeah.
offer them water,
Actually,
beer, tequila.
Most people don't. It's like even for a Postmates guy, not
Yeah.
even coming in. Like,
Right.
just say thank you.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like when you give out, more comes in, and
We're
you
like-
don't do
yeah.
it knowing that.
You're
But
right.
like, just
For
there's
sure.
so much shit.
there was actually
you
another.
grew up in a happy home.
I did.
Yeah, you could tell.
Thank
It
you.
makes a difference.
You would
John-
love my parents. You guys would
I feel
They're
like
love
you
still in
would.
Jersey?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. We like to keep them close.
Yeah. They're so cool.
But by the way, on that fact, this is something I loved about Jonathan too, was his doormen were literally, Jonathan played baseball with one of his doormen and his sons one day. Like he was so sweet to the people
Oh my
around him and
God,
not the
yeah.
people he had to be sweet to. Like I know that sounds
I
Right.
miss
he was-
baseball with my doorman.
I saw him the other day, Bob.
Oh, I love
saw
that
him.
guy.
I said hi to him.
Capitano.
Yeah, no, Bob was the guy
Yeah,
you played. Bob Capitano.
They were all there. They all live
Oh my
near
God.
each other.
Meanwhile,
all
I
the
was-
doormen live near each other.
I was our Jonathan, the dry cleaners guy, calls Jonathan Sunshine. And how cute. And I saw him today. He goes, Sunshine's wife, like this to me. And he's like this big guy. He's so cute. So it's very important to put a smile on your face, to be kind to people, to
Put smile on other
my,
people's faces.
my doormen call me Smiley.
oh my God, I love
Yeah,
that.
I
See,
love
it's very important. It makes the world, it's not just for yourself, but it makes the world a brighter place.
Yeah.
And like,
That means they like you. Smiley.
which,
So you're Liv Schreiber.
I am.
Is there a Lev Schreiber? Is that the
Yeah.
actor?
Yeah, we're related in some way. We text,
Really?
we DM each other because people tag me, tag him, and things we're each supposed to get. And the way he's way cooler than me. Every Hanukkah, he says, "Happy Hanukkah."
that is so cute.
Ray Donovan
Like,
is one of my favorite
Yeah,
shows.
he says,
I love that actor.
Jew too. That's what he always says to me.
That's
Jew
cool.
Liv
too?
Schreiber.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Last name Schreiber. I know 2 Schreibers, both very cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Very cute.
Am I one of those?
You are.
Oh, thanks.
You're number 2.
Jonathan's like, oh no, I wasn't talking about you.
Thanks. I wasn't
The other-
You're number
By the way,
2.
there's probably a lot of Schreibers so
Yeah.
in the Jewish community.
I don't know.
So if you were to give people, just because you are this
You're very
shining
good
light,
at reining everyone back in. You are very
You mean
good.
the 2 wackos?
You're
We're like 2
crazy.
wackos sitting on the edges of the couch, and then the normal one is like, hey,
Remi's
let's
like,
get that.
like,
okay.
but everyone, let's talk about what's important here. Just kidding. Not about
You're
our
doing
fight.
such a
The
good job.
producer's in her ear.
Yeah.
Tristan, is that
Next
you? No. Well, now you guys made me forget
No,
my
you're
train of thought.
getting
So what
red.
would you like? What
sorry.
would you like to ask her, Mr. Podcast Producer?
You want me to ask questions?
Yeah.
Let's put me on the spot.
You
Where
guys
do you
should
get all
come
your
over.
jewelry? I love it.
Thank you.
Very
I
cool.
appreciate that. Oh, I got to give a shout out. Senia Jewelry. This is one of my girlfriends. We're going to a murder mystery party in upstate New York at a mansion tomorrow. So if I don't come
That
back,
sounds scary.
R.I.P.
Oh my God, it does sound really scary. I would not like
That
that.
jewelry
That's
is
something.
awesome. Senna.
Senia, Senia. She was recently on Hailey Bieber. I'm so happy for her.
Wow.
This is
We'll put it in
Etsy.
the show notes.
This is Alexandra Beth, great jeweler. She
Okay.
just gave me these diamond earrings this week.
What?
Yeah.
What a nice.
We do a lot of giveaways together.
Can I be
Love.
friends with her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh, she's single. She's 35. You should set her up.
Okay,
I
we've
should
got.
set her up. I've got a couple of guys.
She's
Yes.
a great girl.
Yes.
Like you,
Okay, here
100%
we are,
stand
setting
by
Okay, I
people
get
up.
free earrings and for my wife if I
Done.
get a match.
That's a good
Okay,
guy.
guys, am I allowed to rein it back in or no?
Yes,
I
you
don't.
can.
I don't know
Oh,
anymore.
sorry.
There's
What was the name
more.
again?
So, if you were to tell everybody, all these beautiful people listening, how to brighten up like you, like how to like live your brightest, happiest, shiniest when you walk in a room, you feel confident and you feel like you can talk to people and you just live your best life. What is going to be your advice for the peeps?
You're just awesome. You're very cool. And you have
Thank
great
you.
eyebrows. I was just thinking that while you're asking me that question. I would say, like, don't be so hard. Everyone is so hard on themselves. Oh, I thought it was my grandpa calling. Everyone is.
You can pick up your grandpa.
I would.
Please.
It's Kyle. It's not my grandpa.
Sorry, Kyle.
Do you want to
Not
put
cool
Kyle
enough.
on speaker?
It's
Kyle,
okay.
it's you. He would murder you.
Yeah, he would. And we
Kyle,
could.
what's up, dog?
He'd be like, "Hey, where are you?" He doesn't even
What
know.
type of law does he practice? Or specialize in?
Corporate.
Guys, you two
Big
are one of a
10,
kind.
corporate. Why did I say Big 10 law? Corporate law.
It's getting
Should
late.
Kai? Hey, you're on a podcast right now.
Great.
Say hi, everyone.
Hi, Kyle. Right?
Kyle.
Yo,
We have a question for you.
I
What?
don't know if I have an answer.
Okay, what would you tell people who want to feel happier every day? Maybe people who are single or going through a hard time. Like, how do you get yourself psyched? What do you recommend for them?
Go exercise and clear your head.
That sounds like Jonathan.
Smart advice.
We agree.
I like that.
Okay, and then question. What's your favorite thing about Liv?
Oh,
I love her energy and her positive attitude.
Bravo. And what's your least favorite thing?
It can be a little messy at times.
She just said that
I
right
kind of
before.
felt that coming.
Okay, well, it's not just me. Now I feel better. Well, Kyle, we love you.
Love you. I'm going to call you back later. Okay, bye.
Okay, so we're looking at don't take life so seriously. We're looking at exercise. Love Kyle. Radio's back in.
I think, no, you know what?
So wait, hold on. Can we
Yes.
rewind a little bit?
Oh,
You
goodness.
said one of your pet peeves was, you can allow messiness during the day, like you're talking about
Yes.
somebody else.
No,
first of
it's
all.
not.
But you would allow messiness during the day, but you really like to clean up before you go to bed.
Yes.
So you mean before Kyle comes home?
So you are.
So you don't get in trouble because Kyle seems to be pretty irritated.
This is very woman. We like have conversations with ourselves. We get like, and we're like back and forth. Like, is this not like when Remi's
It's
cuckoo?
not English. It's the opposite of the truth.
Women don't speak English sometimes. So what is our biggest pet peeve?
We'll circle back to that.
Okay.
Thank you. I would say my advice for people. What were you saying?
I think they got the advice.
You girls on mushrooms?
I'm so tired. I think it's the eclipse, the earthquake.
I had a
Flip
very
was
weird
a
week.
week ago.
I had a
I
very
never
weird
look
week.
like this. Like, I don't even know what I'm wearing.
I like this outfit.
literally-
It's good. It's good.
No, like I never hat, glasses. Like I'm under disguise.
Cool glasses.
Thank you.
And the hat's also hot and social, so
Oh,
everyone buy it.
It is. Thank you so much. I would say like we're so hard on ourselves. We compare ourselves to other people all day long for 10 hours a day, scrolling on
Mhm.
Instagram, unhuman like, unnatural,
Very
not
true.
what our grandparents did. If we all just realized, oh, the guy you're dating, he's solid and a vibe. You would have been married 5 years ago with 3 kids if you weren't comparing yourself to some entrepreneur who flaunts his Porsche on
Sure.
Instagram,
Right.
who doesn't even own the Porsche, by the way. So like, I just
You're
want everyone to pretend life is like the 80s.
I love it. And I feel like
Oh,
that's
genius,
what. Hello,
genius.
and that's
But
your.
and you weren't even born in
I
the
wasn't
80s.
born in the 80s, but my parents
So how do
raised
you
us.
know about
90s.
our
You want to
80s?
know why? Because my parents raised me and my brother to like,
Cookie, come.
hi.
Come, my love.
Now we've got Kyle and Juliette. Ven, mi amor.
Oh, hi. Hi.
Juliette, how much do you love Dada? Dada.
Tell everybody, what's your name? Who's this? Juji? And what does Juji say?
One. Okay. 1, 2. Say
Okay.
Dada.
All right, everybody. I think it is time.
She wants to sing her song.
Okay, you can sing, my love. Ready?
Say Dada.
You want to sing la 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 la
Knuckles.
la la.
Knuckles.
Whoa! Whoa!
We can edit this all out, even though I know my wife is not going to do
No,
it.
we're not editing this out. Are you crazy? Okay, say I love you, everybody. Oh, your dad and mama where? Oh, those are our phones. She knows which one's dad does and mama's. That's the new generation. That's not the 80s.
Mama.
Yeah,
That's
you're
right, Cookie. That's Dada's song.
His dad does. Okay, Gigi, go show us that. And we're going to say,
Shabbat shalom.
okay, so the last thing.
Shabbat shalom.
Go say it, Dada. Oh, you want to say it, Mama? Okay, so Gigi, can we ask her one more question? Can we say, Liv, please tell us where we can all find you on, on Instagram, on everywhere. How can everyone get a hold of this amazing awesomeness?
I think, Juju, I think this is the best interview of my life. Thank you guys so much for having me.
We love you.
It's
You're
so
the
much
best.
fun with you. You can find me at Liv Schreiber, LIVSCHREIB. Yes. Mama, Dada.
Yes. And how can they go to Hot and Social events?
And at Hot and Social, at Camp Social on Instagram and TikTok.
Amazing. We love you. You're the best. Now we're going to la 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 la. You have to see her dance to this. Woo. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope you liked it as much as we did. Now go send it to someone who needs to hear it, because we know that dating, relationships, marriage can be tough,
But we want to make it less tough. And remember, you're allowed to hate your husband. Whatever you're feeling is allowed. So go send it to a friend, to your sister, your brother, maybe your boyfriend, a husband, whoever needs to hear this, send it to them. And while you're at it, click the follow button, click the review button. Always feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And we're so excited to see you in our next episode.